altogether ignores the lessons of 9/11, going so far as to open up eligibility to those who previously defrauded immigration authorities, previously provided false documentation, as did many of the 9/11 hijackers.
When do we want it? Yeah! What do we want? Education! When do we want it?
I remember crossing the border very clearly because the people that we crossed with just told us, just be quiet and pretend you're asleep so that Border Patrol doesn't ask you anything. And it was just pretty much, I kind of pretended I was asleep, and then they told us, oh, like, you can open your eyes now, we're on the other side. And it was just kind of like very surreal experience of being brought here. Like, I knew that I was coming here without, any legal documents. So I never really came with the intention of staying here. It's just kind of after a while, having been living here and going to school here, my parents decided that, we were just gonna settle down and live here. I remember in 7th grade, I applied for a scholarship, and I wasn't able to get it because I didn't have a social security number. I felt like I had to work like 10 times harder than everyone else, that I had to just do community service like crazy and be involved in everything else just so that I could stand out somehow, and somehow in the future I could, move on with my life and go on to college like I wanted to and have a career for myself. It was so contradictory, like a contradicting feeling. Like I knew that I had to do really well, but at the same time it's like, well, you're doing really well for what? You grow up thinking that, oh, this can happen, and your teachers tell you, like, you can do whatever you want. In the back of your mind, you're always gonna have like, but, you can't because you're undocumented. My senior year of high school, like, it was 2009, and everyone else was applying to like their dream colleges. And it was really hard because I wanted to like go away from, home and study what everyone talks about their senior year, and just like not being able to do any of it was really hard because it's like I have the grades, I've done so much community service, like what did I do wrong? Like, why do I not deserve to, go where, I want to go? Like, you did the same thing than the person right next to you, since you were in 5th grade or 6th grade, and then they'll go off and be happy with their lives. And you can't do that. When I first heard about the DREAM Act, I was in 7th grade. I was around 13 years old, and I was really excited. And for a very long time, that kept me going, like maybe one day, this will pass like before I graduate from high school. So I think that was one of the motivations for me to continue to work harder and do good in school and want to continue on with my education. I've been trying to tell myself that it will happen, and just working around with people who are working on the DREAM Act. Finding that space really just got me pumped up because I was so frustrated and so angry that, I was so undeserving of so many things because I didn't have a social security number, that I kind of channeled all of that to community organizing and being involved on another level in my community, and, letting all that anger out in a different, positive way. Oftentimes, people have this misconception of who undocumented people are. I think that once people start coming out and saying like, well, hold on, I'm not here stealing nobody's job, or I'm not here doing all these bad things like the media tells us, you really realize that, we are human, and that we do deserve to be treated with dignity and respect, and that we're going to fight for that, and we're going to reclaim that.